Chat, YouTube, it's deck time. This time for a little bit of stock energy. Got 4 Guide, 4 Pride, you know him, you love him. 4 copies of Ragavan, best 1 drop against the non-interact decks. 4 Discharge for some removal. 4 Ajani, 3 Goblin Bombardment, and Splinter Twin. Thraben Charm, pretty good main deck card right now since there's a lot of graveyard-centric strategies out there. So, Thraben Charm, very versatile, very good at the moment. Speaking of good, Voice of Victory, very strong against decks like Belcher, so they can't interact with you if this does stick. 4 Spyro, 4 Phlage, and then we're trying out the 2 copies of Joshua. It says, whatever it enters, you may discard up to 2 cards and draw that many. You can pay 5, tap, exile it, then return it, and it shocks your opponent, gains you 2 life, and it's a 4/4 flying lifelinker, then it does it again. And then you can return any number of creatures with total mana value 6 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield in Chapter 3, and then it flips back. Man base, 3 copies of Arena of Glory, 1 Witch Enchanter. Everything else is pretty stock, just a couple Elegant Parlors, fetches, basic Plains, basic Mountain, Sacred Foundry, nothing crazy. We have a 14-card sideboard. How did this happen? I don't know why we have a 14-card sideboard. I guess I'll just add a wear tear. Well, we got a couple copies of Orim's Chant for the combo decks that are trying to do everything in one turn, like Neoform. A couple copies of Celestial Purge for opposing Goblin Bombardment Phlage. 1 copy of High Noon for Prowess and Storm. Clarion Conqueror, Wrath of the Skies, very good against the Mox Opal Urza Saga lists. A couple copies of Blood Moon for the Land Hate. Some Charmaws for Eldrazi. The 2 Wear Tears and a Ghost Vacuum. Honestly, let's play another Clarion Conqueror instead. Kind of high on Clarion Conqueror. It is a new brew. Brand new, just made it. Never before seen. Joshua in stock Boros energy. That's kind of mid. One more Thraben Charm that I want to see. We'll test Neoform. We're pretty much going to play every top tier modern deck at some point over the next 2 weeks, because I do leave in 2 weeks from Friday. So we got 2 weeks and 2 days left. I'm not going to revisit Ice Tiller. That's for sure. Looks like we're up against Blue-Green Birthing Ritual, maybe. I don't really want to get Harbinger. They might have Ice Fang. Flood Pitch Drowner. I think we are going to fetch a Plains here. Goodbye, my Guided Souls. Well, they are down to 4 cards, which is kind of nice. And we have 2 Shatters for their Birthing Rituals, so I think we'll be okay. Not going to fetch yet. So I have an interesting choice here. I could play Phlage. But if I play Phlage and they play Eyeball, then I could have Thraben Charm their graveyard to get rid of the Eyeball. We're doing it to make a cat. Assuming it resolves. I think it's worth it. Even if they do play Eyeball. This is not Merfolk, this is Blue-Green Birthing Ritual. Alright, we're smart and thin with how we fetch. Maybe. Only maybe. Think I'm just killing this. I'm gonna fetch second Plains, play Ajani. Oh, we did play the Winota version the other day. Does that count? I feel like that's gotta count. Puts one on top. Schneck. Birthing Ritual. Okay. Eyeball. Well, that's pretty good. That's also pretty good. I would like to present one a murder tool. Alright, murder tool down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but my bombardment killed a 5/5 and it made him discard a card. I probably should just let off on Thraben Charm. I believe they're very dead. Okay. Blue-green birthing ritual. I think I want the blood moons. Wear tear. Very super ultra dead. Ragavan seems pretty bad. I've noticed a trend in me in sideboarding out Ragavan. Like constantly. I think the Ghost Vacuum could be okay. I do a backflip, but I can't do a backflip. Cat. Goodbye, cat. Thumbs up, I can do that. That one I can do. The Fangster. Boys should be pretty good in this matchup unless they have Dismember. Was watching the stream, I see that Dingo doesn't have any animations on and the game is fluid. I was wondering how. If you go to this cog, you can just hit uncheck the enable animations. And generally speaking, from my experience, turning off animations makes everything run so much smoother. And they failed to find. Play around Flare. Because I do want to get this Birthing Ritual off the table. And can also discharge an eyeball if they just delve 6 for it. Speezy. I think I'm down to get the Ghost Vacuum out here. They have played a 2/2. Alright, there goes Goblin Bombardment. I can't stop them from casting the eyeballs, so don't think there's a reason to activate Ghost Vacuum right now. Take their Ice Fang. If we ever get to the 6 mana, crack it, we can draw a card. Agony. I'm going to activate Ghost Vacuum on their upkeep, I think. Flood Pit's Drowner. My cat. Shocks in the breeding pool. Steve, thank you for the prime the 14 months. I appreciate you. Thank ya. What did they just say? Young Goya did it. I don't think that was English. Thraben Charm, it's probably fine. I just say go. Young Flingo. I guess I don't say go. I eat one of these and I say go. We're in for the long game. I don't think I really have to do anything. Snack. Nom. So we get to draw 2 cards when we crack this Ghost Vacuum. We're also going to put a Harbinger into play, which is probably not in our best interest. This Ghost Vacuum might be doing some work. I mean, I could just keep this on top. It's not super terrible. We do just leave it on top. I think we just continue passing. I think we're just going to play this super slow. We have inevitability. Nom. I don't know if they're trying to cast the eyeball there, which is why they did that. Perfect. Blood Moon. Something to discard a Spyro at least. Stern Scolding. Might Thraben Charm their graveyard at some point. Imagine I'm going to Surveil here. I think I'm going to exile the graveyard and upkeep. Endurance. Does that change things? Probably. I think I'm going to eat Ajani. I don't think they can cast Oculus. Ignore you? Okay. Do I Thraben Charm to trade for the Endurance? Or try to trade for the Endurance? Probably. Not great value. Fun. Guess it's Spyro, huh? What if they have Flare, though? Not great for me if they have Flare. Hey, another Spyro. Convenient. I don't know if I care about an eyeball anymore. I can beat an eyeball. Subtlety. Draw a card, stun the homie, endurance you, make a cat. Bonk. Tenya. Oh, it's 12. 12, yeah. Is a keeper. Think they were salty? I don't think so. It's a good username, though. Ooh, Goblin Bombardment. Kind of want to resolve the Goblin Bombardment and then go second cat Ajani next turn. What if I play Pinnacle Emissary? What counterplay do I have to Pinnacle Emissary? I don't know, BFG, does winning feel good? Guess it depends, right? Depends on your goal. I wouldn't know. I mean, my man, you got like first and second in 2 recent challenges. What do you mean you wouldn't know? You're downplaying yourself, my friend. Cat. Make a cat. Cat. I think I just go to end step. I don't think I have to Goblin Bombardment quite yet. Holy shit. Well, I hope they have a whip player. They do not have a whip player. I don't want against this matchup. Definitely Wrath, Clarion Conqueror. How you doing, Bert? Good afternoon, my friend. 4 Ragsters out. I don't know if I want Blood Moon or not. I feel like Blood Moon's got significantly worse with the change. Let's assume we don't want Blood Moon. If we don't want Blood Moon, could kind of Voice of Victory, because attacking into giant constructs is a little awkward. I like the passive of Voice of Victory in this matchup. I think the passive does a lot of work against Metallic Rebuke. High Noon is good. I don't think so. Because they usually do their Pinnacle Emissary thing before High Noon even comes down. I'm going to try this hand. Mostly because it has Joshua in it. I want to try Joshua. Let's get over voltage. I'm mulliganing to 5. Okay. Does Joshua have a punchable phase? A little bit, yeah. Now that you mention it. What does the flip side do? It is a 4/4 flying lifelinker that when it flips, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Then Chapter 2 deals another 2 damage to each opponent. You gain 2 life for each time because it has lifelink. Then Chapter 3, return any number of target creature cards to the total amount of value 6 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, exile, then return to the battlefield. And then when you exile and return, you get to loot again. I don't know if the flip side is going to come up all that often. I feel like you're just playing it for the front side. But I guess the flip side's like a nice mana sink in the mirror or whatever. If it flipped for 4, it'd be so much better, right? Yeah, or if the flip side had haste. Also a human for Winota to grab. Holy schmoly. We gotta start diversifying our humans. Alright, they're gonna name Marsh Flats. Arid Mesa. You fool. I have a Marsh Flats and a Flooded Strand in my hand. I think I'm just gonna surveil on turn 1 though. This is the second time I've had an opponent Pithy Needle Arid Mesa in the past 2 days. Goblin Bombardment. Yeah, that seems fine. Chapter 2 of Fable on a 3/4 body. Surely it's good. Chapter 2 of Fable is arguably the best chapter of Fable. In Joshua's defense. Cappy Cannoneer. And a Thought Monitor and a Springleaf Drum. And a Bobble. They kind of milled 4 heaters here, didn't they? You can get Chapter 2 without Chapter 1 or 3 for only 1 red mana. Imagine having to discard a card. To do it, though. Card disadvantage to get stuff in my graveyard? I don't know. How you doing, Taveri? Have you tried the new Goryo's list, BFG? There was a Saturday Night Live skit about you. Tell me more. Actually, coming from you, tell me less. You played against it? It might be up your alley. I know you do enjoy surveilling giant things in the graveyard. Yeah, but Goryo's is like persist, but instant speed. Just saying. Doomwake. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Appreciate you. Hope you had a wonderful stream of Modern. Are you streaming Modern nowadays? Has Standard finally gotten to you? I do want to kill Emery, though. So I could pop this and this. Or just kill Emery. I'm just going to kill Emery. I'm going to make a construct, and then I'll have to deal with that construct later. Hello, Mr. Dingo. What would you recommend to play on the next EW? As a combo player, I am choosing between Goryo's and Neoform. Can't decide which one's better. It's a good question. If I were choosing between those two, which one would I pick? I'd probably pick Neoform. I think Neoform is probably a little bit better. Goryo's has felt really inconsistent to me. I think Neoform also has like slightly more powerful nut draws, but it's less resilient. It's really close. It's a good question. I'm gonna say Neoform. When you said EW, I thought you meant Eternal Weekend, which is Legacy. And I was like, Legacy Neoform? If you're trying to play Legacy combo, oh boy, Belcher is insane in that format. Watts? I don't think I'm going to be using this Wrath Disguise anytime soon. I guess I could just kill my God of Souls. It's not that big of a deal. My Wrath for 1. Should have pumped this if I was going to do this, right? I messed up a little bit. That's okay. Modest of mind. Thank you. Appreciate. Oh, I did it for 0, not for 1. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, well, we did this about as poorly as possible. I don't think it's going to matter, per se. But I definitely meant to Wrath for 1 and get rid of all these. So that way they couldn't top deck on me. Oops. I win. Just out of curiosity. I think I could probably find you a modern adjacent. Yeah, if you play Oops, then I think they trade. Fair enough. Fair enough. Here's Johnny. My poor life total. If they flip. I just kill Johnny. Probably a Phlage. I'm gonna kill Voice, and then I get to kill the Cat Warrior for free. What do we get? A Marsh Flats. Sedge. Oh, not so Sedge. I'm not quite dead. Close. Gotta play it out, I guess. Oh, they didn't want to play it out. If they Phlage, so if they Phlage there, they're just dead anyways. Even if they kill Ajani, gain 3 life, I swing team, sack the one that they block, ping them, they take the damage, and then... Yeah, they need Arena plus Phlage, but then they didn't have enough cards in the graveyard, so they had to have exactly fetch land. So I don't think they had an out. We've learned from yesterday that exactly 1 Ragavan was the perfect number of Ragavan to leave in this matchup. We call that spite boarding. I'm gonna bin the 3rd Goblin Bombardment. I think 2 is probably enough. Hey, I'm just joshing over you. Oh. Hmm. That's a little tough. Pair cat. Let's go to the next game. I would not like to play anymore. Let's take out our 1 of Troll Ragavan. That was a tough game for Elegant Parlor, wasn't it? Put back the Thraben Charm. We have no 1-drop in this hand, so I think we're pretty okay. If they go like 1-drop, 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 then we could go Wrath the Skies on curve. They leave in the Ragavan, they left in the Ragavan. Why are there so many people leaving in the Ragster? Oh, it's their one of? Oh, that makes sense. Cat. Let's not do this for 0 this time. Pass. Plus pass. One of my planes is in the Shadow Realm. Haliya. Haliya Ajani. John. John, you've returned. I think I'm just going to discard Pariah, Thraben Charm. Mm-hmm. Kill Ocelot Pride. I don't know if it's lethal. I think if they flip this Ajani, it will be. Transform. I actually think I just play this and then I just plus. So 0 takes out the Phlage, then they die. Or I could just 0, go face. And they still die. Okay, cool. We're speed running, chat. Never go hungry playing energy. This matchup I'm a little bit scared of, so curious to see how this plays out. You have Cozy Command. We got Witch Member. The Dustbuster. Yeah, choose your discharge. Yikes. That's a lot of lands. I wonder if they map for another E-Temple so that we can have the Dustbuster. Oh yeah, you can look at my hand. Ponder's not that cooked. We're just Entombed Phlage. We're just trying to find the best deck for the PT, right? It's not that cooked. It's like well done right now. It's the player. I can't Arena of Glory Phlage because I'm one card short. So I could crack fetch. If I crack fetch, I could play Ocelot Pride plus Phlage. I'm like a little bit worried about them having Kozilek's command. I could return all his dust and cast all his dust, and then I'll have 4 things in the graveyard. Let's just be patient, I think. Although I am worried about Kozilek's command. But assuming they don't have Kozilek's command, I think this is a better play. I think we'll get Graveyard Hate. Or Bridge. Looks like Graveyard Hate. Or no, I guess it's Bridge, right? Oh, it is Graveyard Hate. I really thought they were going to get Bridge. I do need to kill this card. The problem is I'm going to get dusted next turn. If I send everything at it, it's not going to kill the card. I guess I have to top this and hold the L. We're kind of cooked. Yeah, but I'm just going to get dusted, right? This is just like something else is going to get dusted. Alright. We gain 6 life out of this and a bunch of energy at least. Could have paid 3 to put your Gaunt to the hand. I think this matchup is very difficult. Take 8, back down to 20. Agony's not so bad. I'm gonna hold on this Arena of Glory. Devour. I think we need to draw a Spyro. I think we're cooked. Okay. Charma. Chat, you should be grateful for Modern. You should be grateful for Modern because you have to look at Standard and look at the absolute cesspool that Standard is. And for that reason alone, you should be grateful for Modern. I think I want Clarion Conqueror too. Not saying Modern's like the best thing ever, but it's the best we got right now. I'll tell you what. It's either a Spyro or a Phlage. I don't know if Clarion Conqueror's that good. For the stop Karn shenanigans. I think it's a Phlage because they're going to have some graveyard hate post board. Yeah, there's a lot of viable archetypes in Modern right now. Some are better than others, but a lot of the different decks being represented in the very least. Because Boros Energy is nowhere near being like the best deck, or you know, it's close to being maybe the best deck, but it's nowhere near being a tier 0. You can't possibly beat this deck type of deck, like BV Cauldron. Tronland Talisman. No, my Clarion Conqueror. They're probably gonna take Spyro. The Clarion Conqueror. Kit. Ragster. What if I dash the Ragster and I just Alpha Strike? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seems like mid minus. If I don't attack with Ajani, I do the same thing. It might be better. Two tokens for us. All right. We did it. There's always going to be calls for banning whatever is the most represented deck in the format, even if it's not necessarily oppressive. Like, I don't think Energy's anywhere near oppressive. Deck's strong. But there's so many strong decks in this format. Oh, we might be in trouble here. Yeah, I think Modern is the best format at the moment. Mm. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this. They do have Tron on 3. I don't think Modern's anywhere close to the best it's ever been, but I don't think it's bad. I think this current Modern format has some very frustrating decks to play against, but it's nothing that's like, oh, you can't possibly beat this. It's just like dying on turn 2 to Neoform when they have like Pact the Negation backup. It's like, that's frustrating, but the deck's very beatable, right? Play one Vexing Bubble and that deck just dies. It's going to be even more poor gameplay with Warp cards. Beanstalk was 100% just like a design mistake. It should have been a once per turn. Then that card would have been probably fine. They're going to Entomb Archon and Persistent. Gosh, I hope so. Keeps it on top. No Entomb here. Frog Champ. I don't have a very good way of dealing with this frog. Well, I mean, if they block, then they discard them, and then I Galv. They discard the rest of their hand, and then I can never beat this frog in a million years. So I'm not sure what swinging does here. No, Jilliak! Keep posted in chat. They have the 25. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Ghost Vacuum. Celestial Purge. Blood Moon. Yeah, that's the kind of modern gameplay pattern that you'll get sometimes where it's like you really get to play the game. That's why I don't understand why there's so much hate for Boros, because Boros really doesn't do well against decks like that. Decks like Neoform, decks like Gorios, decks like Grixis Reanimator, you just have no game against them. You have Thraben Charm, and that's about it. If they just do their thing, you're just like, alright, time to die. Well, sometimes you don't even survive long enough to play Ajani Goblin Bombardment. Like in that Tron match, I just died on turn 2 pretty much. My turn 2, their turn 3, I just died. As soon as they played that Ugin. I think I want maybe 2 less Galvs. Trim a Ragster as well. I think it's hard for Boros to be good against every deck in the meta. I think it's really bad against the linear strategies. Alright, maybe gotta go back to Blood Moon in the main deck. Covers your Tron matchup pretty well. But yeah, Julie, post the link that you donoed in the chat. I can grab it from the donos, but it takes me a minute. Easier if you post it in chat. I really want to try Joshua, so I don't think I want to put back Joshua here. Back to voice. Drake and Josh energy. Grixis Gorios. 2 Atraxa, 3 Emperor Bones, 2 Gristlebrand, 4 Quantum Riddler, 3 Sin. I love me a good Sin. Alright, chat, time to be a sinner. Bonk. Push. I have not. I've cast this card one time, and I was so far ahead when I cast it that it could have been a blank piece of cardboard, and I still would have won the game. Steam Vents. Pyroclasm. Goodbye, Ajani. I think I keep the Ajani in my hand, just discard the Phlage. You're doing great, Josh. Although, if they take the Phlage out of the graveyard with Emperor Bones, I'm gonna be upset. Surveils Undercity Sewers. I love when the land is entombed. So depressed. I mean, getting back to Phlage here actually doesn't even do anything, so I guess I discard the Sacred Foundry and hope for Arena of Glory. My opponent said, I can admit this was absurdly lucky. So blown. Harvester of Misery. Yep. The next chatter. Anybody want to volunteer as sacrifice? Alright, awesome. Well, that's not quite Arena of Glory. For you, Bolt, we can make an exception. We don't need any circumstances to time you out. Yeah, I mean, I'm dead to them looking at me the wrong way. Definitely dead to Psionic Blast. Wow. Oh. Okay. Hey, the Arena of Glory. Woo! Right on time. Well. Yep. This is why I say energy is like nowhere near the best deck in my opinion. Joshua aside, like even when we're doing the rest of our stuff, if they just entomb one Archon or, you know, put Tron together on turn 3, it's like, oh, GG. I was wrong. Modern actually sucks. Wait, this isn't the right deck. It's not Grixis Gorios.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.